First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, who is worthy to be counted for double honors. All right, and a peace and salutation to you brothers that's out there pushing the truth and all love and sincerity and the love of the gospel. All right, first scripture I'm going to get is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16. It says, "Seek ye out the book of the Lord." Now, what is the book of the Lord? The Bible. All right, the whole King James version. All right, the one that was published in 1611. All right, and it says, and read. Back at Isaiah 34 and 16 says, "Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read." It says, no one of these shall fail. No one of what? No one of these prophecies. All right. It says shall fail. None shall want her mate. See, because the Bible, people tries to compare the Bible and tries to say, well, this goes with the Bible, like the Quran, the Book of Mormons, the Book of Enoch, the Book of the Dead. They try to say all these books goes with the Bible, saying that this is further the testimonies of the disciples or anything like that. When clearly it says right here, it says this book is the only book that you need to read out, man. All right, that you need to read and that you need to search out, man. You know, blessed he who readeth, man. You have to read and understand these scriptures, man. All right. So it says, "For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it shall gather them." Gather what? The elect. All right, because the elect is the only one that's gonna really know how to break down this book in its entirety. All right, the 2/3 is not gonna know how to break down this book because it's not given unto them. You know. So the elect is the only true people that's gonna have to learn how to break down these books, man. And do it correctly, man, without no guile found in their mouth, man, without adding and taking away from the scriptures. All right. So I'm saying this, man, because I was reading on I was looking up on the Book of Mormons and just going into their doctrine, and oh my Lord, that was the most bugged out doctrine I've ever heard in my life. You know, they have it where the Book of Mormons had got it from this guy named Joseph Smith, who was supposed to be an ordained prophet from the Lord, who found these tablets and translated into English, and now since he did that marvelous work, he is now on the level of Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, and once you die, you get judged by them three: Joseph Smith, Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh, and it's just awesome, bugged out. I mean, it was so many scriptures on every point of aspect that cuts that belief that they think. And then again, Joseph Smith lived in the early 1800s, and then the Bible was already published in 1611. So how could the Book of Mormons come a whole whole 2,000 years before, I'm sorry, not 2,000, 200 years, when the Bible was published, man. And y'all saying that, oh yeah, this book goes with the Bible. What if that book goes with the Bible? Wouldn't it be within the Bible? Like, man, that doesn't resonate. Okay, why would this book, which was made in early 1800s, is compared to a book that was made 200 years before, 200 years after the effect, man? That's like me coming out with a book, and then there's one guy saying, oh, well, here goes the sequel to your book that you wrote, like a whole 200 years after. I mean, people gonna be like, what the fuck, nigga? This book came out 200 years. How you gonna make a sequel to this? So that just shows you that Book of Mormon shit is completely bugged out. And then they tried to put it where what's it called, that the dark skinned people, the dark skinned people that's on this planet Earth today, they tried to put them as how can I say, they try to put the dark skinned people as saying that they're in the middle, they're in the middle between the good and evil. Basically, how there was a conflict in the spiritual world between Satan, and he tried to rebel against he tried to rebel against what's it called, called the council, or some type of council that they had. He tried to rebel against them, and he tried to he tried to heap followers unto himself, and that's how you get the demons for today. And then, because there were three groups of people: the people that follow Yahweh Shah, the people that follow the demons, and the in-between people. The in-between people, they say it was straggles between the two, and those supposed to be the dark-skinned people in today. Actually, and they said that's where the mark of Cain came from. That's that mark, the flat noses and the dark skin of African Americans. They basically, that shit was all bugged out, man. The mark of Cain is talking about Esau, man, because there's multiple scriptures that you could pull that shows you that the men of old had dark skin, man. That's why they say Jacob was a plain man. They didn't describe his skin color because it was like everybody else's, man. I'm sorry, yeah, Jacob, because it was like everybody else's, man. Why did they describe Esau's skin color? Because it was abnormal. It did not look right. If everybody's car is red, I only say red because it's a red car in front of me that just pulled up. If everybody's car is red and everybody had dropped the same exact car, and then this one car was made and it was blue and it was a different car, everybody will start saying, hey, this car is such, they say, hey man, I seen this one car, and they're gonna start going into details about it. Because if you say this one car, automatically you're gonna think, okay, what, it's red, it's probably this, it probably got so many amount of tires on it. So people around that time would say, hey, I just had a baby and such and such and such. You're like, oh, okay, let me see him, they're probably gonna say, oh, let me see his chocolate self, because it is already set that everybody in that time period had a melanin in their skin. Now when Esau came about, he didn't have melanin in his skin, so that was like, oh shit, this baby such and such. I had a baby that was I had a baby that was white, and he said they're gonna say white. What you mean you had a baby that's white? That's impossible, because that was abnormal. That's why the scripture describes the way he looked, man, because that wasn't normal back then. You also have scriptures like when Moses put his hand into his bosom, man. You also have scriptures where Job said, my skin is black upon me. You also have scriptures that's in Songs of Solomon, man. You have scriptures that let you know that the prophets of old had melanin in their skin, man. So all that having dark skin and thinking you're a curse on this earth, man, that's some bullshit, man. And also another thing about that doctrine, man, is that they believe that when they die, they go with the god and goddesses. That celestial beings is having sex, man. When you die, man, you go get judged and you come back in your fourth generation and you play out your judgment, man. They doesn't know you go up there and you become with the million god and goddesses and have multi-billion babies and you get to own your own planet and you get to be god of that planet. Hey, man, the Lord said, I am Yahweh and none else, man. None else beside me, man. So how you gonna have somebody beside you and say, oh yeah, this is my brother, and a whole bunch of gods up there? Like, man, that shit was completely bugged out, man. But man, I didn't want to go into it, man. I just wanted to bring that scripture out, man, to show you how much bullshit was in that Book of Mormon shit, man. If you in that shit, man, get yourself out of there, man, before the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, destroys you, man. All right, that, I want to say shalom.